way. I just keep saying it because I really mean it. That's a profound and I'm when I process my thoughts, I have to talk or write in order to process my thoughts, guys. So, um, when someone can say something with very few words that's very impactful, it really impresses me because I have a hard time doing that. I usually use 10 extra words. So when Marie said we don't have winning and losing in life, we have winning and learning. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's great. That's
Mhm.
great." So Truly Pivotal Moments is the podcast I just put in the chat, and then Taliko Vima English is the name of our YouTube channel. And again, I only made these to try to capture things that are frequently asked or things that I could explain better in those environments, but I'm not as consistent as I'd like to be. If I could retire and just make content or team up with someone who is passionate about producing content, I'm sure that every time we all get together, there's a bunch of content because you guys say some incredible things and people can relate to all of you because they're struggling like you are or they want English development like you do. And so instead of just being someone who goes on and says some things, they can see you guys learning, they can see you engaging, and or they can relate to your struggle. Or so I think you are the biggest component of this, and I like to capture that for videos whenever I can, so that people can appreciate and enjoy that when I'm not able to be live, right? I'm
Yeah.
not dying. I mean, when I'm not on live stream.
Understand, understand. We
All of a
still
sudden,
need
I get a
you.
truck full of flowers. People are wearing black armbands and mourning me, and I'm like, "Wait a minute. I don't know, no, no,
Uh,
no, I'm still here."
I got you.
yes, you're right. It's important to do things like we can. Sometimes we have native and they learned French, but instead of letting us practicing our English, it's not for criticizing, no, but it's just to say they translate for us and I was in
Mhm.
another voice room months ago, and the lady was asking, "Oh, how can I say this? How can I say that?" And I told her, "If you want to learn, don't ask a native to translate for you. Do it by yourself." And she
Oh.
was, yes, it's very important to do by ourselves, to use the words we already have, to use the verbs we already know. It's very
Mm.
important, and people don't understand that. They think with translation we are learning faster, better, and it's false. That's the point.
It's true. That's a great point. That's a great point. Welcome, Linda and Safdar. I want to say your name right. You all have such great names.
Hello.
Safdar,
I
Safdar,
think it's Safdar.
Safdar. Okay, Safdar. And hi, Linda. Good to see you again.
Hello, hello, thank you. How are you? Are
I'm
you doing
great.
good?
Yeah, I'm doing better. I'm doing better each day. I think I'll be much better after the funeral next month, the official formal funeral. But I'm learning. I'm learning about another side of me I didn't know I had. Like, oh boy, a wave of emotion. That's what I need. Woo. So, anyway, doing good. I'm having a good voice room with everyone here. People have come and gone, but super good. This is really, it's therapeutic, and I'm enjoying time with you guys.
Good. We are happy that it can work for you and it helps you because you helped us a lot. Although I wasn't here.
Yes. Yeah, thank you for that one. That was pretty good, doctor. She's like, I was saving a life. My aunt that I'm living with was a emergency room nurse for a long time. And
Mhm.
so we like to talk stuff. Um, yeah. Anyway, everybody, this is Linda. Obviously, I know her, but I don't know Safdar. Hello, Safdar. I see that your rings are moving like you're talking, but I can't hear you. Can you guys hear him?
No.
No, no, I don't think he's looking.
Well, the ring moves based on your vocals, the ring
Mhm.
around your picture. So his is moving like he's talking, but the signal's not getting to us, Saftar. So you might want to try your connection, change your headset. Um, it doesn't say you're muted, um, but we can't hear you at all. Is he saying anything in the chat?
He says he'd like to listen.
Like
No.
just to
Let's
listen.
listen.
Well, you can listen from the audience. What are you
Yeah.
doing on stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can help you to listen. There we go. There you go. Listen from there.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. Actually, I'm so surprised how that happens. Is when I filled up all 8 spots before, I'd have people here, and I'm like, "Hey, you haven't had a chance to talk. When you say something?" And then they'll chat. I'm just listening. I'm like, I
Perhaps
don't.
he
Yeah.
has his hands by he holds that just the finger go away and he just put a finger there without knowing that he has to come on stage. I don't know.
Oh, I see. That could be very good.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's a wonderful balance. And sometimes people do. They're new here and they click on that, maybe that says they have a question or something like that, or and they end up on stage and
Yeah,
are like,
I'm
oh,
feeling that
oh.
because the first time I began to use this app, I do not know how it really works. So
Hmm.
I was looking for for button, and I remember once I just clicked on the button to raise a hand. I did not know that it was a button to raise a hand,
Right.
and
Well,
when
I
I
mean, we're
realized it was that, so I began like that. That's why I think perhaps I don't know because I don't know why I can come on stage and don't want to talk, just to listen.
well, and sometimes people have a more dominant personality or more confidence, and they'll take advantage of the time with me. They're like, hey, to each their own, like, and I get it, and that's why I try to do things often. And of course, all of you can message me directly, absolutely, and that would help to take some of that. But ironically, the same people who would complain about not getting on stage on the live stream or here will not message me directly. You're like, well, if you have something that urgent, why don't you message me directly? There's no gift. You don't have to send. I don't understand it. But so I kind of don't agree that their motives were pure because they wanted the audience, right? The only difference is here you have the audience, but you can all message me directly and I answer all of my messages. So anyway, but you're here.
Okay.
Welcome, Ruby. Ruby was ha ha ha-ing in the chat. Ruby, are you here to talk or did you accidentally push the raise your hand button?
Maybe to ha 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 here.
Yeah. Yes. Hello. Hello
Hello,
to
Ruby.
Hello, Ruby.
Jonathan. Hello. And so Safda said that he just like to just listen. So I s- so I respond to haha.
Oh, of course, I know. And even in China, they just push HHH. They drop the vowel. Sometimes they just ha ha ha. Yeah. It's okay.
Yes.
But you're welcome on stage. It's very, 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 very late for you. What are you doing up so late,
No.
Ruby?
No, it's almost 10. Almost
Where
10 o'clock.
where are you?
I'm in Shenzhen, China. Shenzhen.
No. Oh, that's right. It's getting lighter earlier here. So I'm thrown off because the sun came up earlier. Oh, we have to do away with this daylight savings time nonsense in our country. It really throws us all off. Your body clock, well, all of you don't have daylight savings. You have a body clock that's in tune with the seasons and the nature and sun. And you know that different times of the year, the days are different, but your body clock is adjusted to it. And when we do this daylight savings time thing here, it throws us all into a spin because the time isn't what it feels like it should be for like a month. and then you finally adjust, and then a few months, 5 months later, they do it again. You're like,
Yeah. It used to be like
okay,
that in our country, but they stopped that, and I think it's really better. It was
it's
ridiculous.
probably there are some studies that suggest that your health suffers when you do daylight savings time because your internal clock is all confused. Or even like our calendar, it should be 28 days, 13 months. That would be a perfect calendar. The 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 point is whenever man gets involved in things that could be done a different, more natural way, we mess it up. We need to add a leap year just to make up for it. Like, is it
Yeah.
31 days this month or 30? 31 or 30? I don't know. Is it leap year? Let's just do 13 months of 28 days. We'll be fine. Um,
13. It sounds
anyway,
weird.
Uh,
go ahead.
uh, yes. I want to say that I I try my best to understand you. So, but today evening's topic, I don't know who is what, but uh, just now what you said that I just can understand a little. So, mm,
Oh, I'm talking really fast though. I've
mm,
been spoiled because Shelley and Marie and I already know Linda seem to have a
Not
high
my fault.
comprehension
You're
level.
speaking
No,
fast.
no, you have a high comprehension level. And so I started talking quickly.
I
But
know.
mm,
I can change it up, Ruby.
thank you.
Of course, of course. So we did have questions to get things started. Again, my burden is light because the only thing I want to do is give you a place to speak your
Mm,
English. So
yes.
sometimes, go ahead. Do you have a question for anyone here? We've got a couple of French speakers. We have a Persian speaker. Do you have any questions for them about their country, their culture, their daily routine, whether they brush their teeth or not, all these things?
No, I, I just that first um, I try to listen and understand you. Second, if I can understand totally, then I can ask a question.
Okay. Okay. Um, that's good. That works. So,
I,
Linda, what brings you up here, Linda?
Nothing. I just came,
She's like,
and I want to go in
ah.
2 minutes. Yeah,
It's
it
like I
would
was
just
in
be
a
my
really good
thinking.
voice room and it closed, and so I saw you were here.
Today?
Linda likes to go deep, guys. So if she does get involved, it usually goes. So scuba gear is required when you talk with Linda. Um,
What is that?
going deep. I like deeper conversations, but sometimes I feel like I'm not creating an environment for people who are at a lower level. So I have to change it up. Hmm.
Yeah, it's okay. I can just ask a question that I forgot about older and elder. Which one was for the people that you're related with? Like, if you want to say my brother is older than me or elder than me.
You would say like my elder brother, or you'd say
Mm-hmm.
my brother is older than me. So it depends
Oh,
on the
okay.
state. It depends on this how you state it or how you phrase it. Hmm.
Yeah, I think
Now,
there one of them was
mhm.
for strangers.
Well, there's different contexts. So in older English, some would say more proper English, you'd say my elder brother. And unfortunately, a lot of the curriculum that's designed to teach English is structured towards an era that we no longer really support in everyday
Mhm.
life. But it sounds great, but it sounds like an old movie, you know? And it sounds, it can have an impression of a wealthy person because wealthy people, I thought we were transitioning into a fairy tale. I was like, what happened? Where are we going? Um, but wealthy people used to be the only ones with access to higher education. So wealthy people would always talk with that older English language, like my elder brother, used to, but that gap has changed because now everyone has access to college, and college has been watered down. So it's not really the institution it once was in our country. And so when you see these rules of English, they they rarely apply to everyday life. They're normally superseded by
I will
the more
run up.
basic ways.
Oh, I'm undefeated. Oh,
Wow, Shelley, didn't know you were going to
Yeah.
sing for us. Je ne comprends pas.
No,
Répétez, s'il
I,
vous
I was.
plaît.
Did you listen to something?
Yeah, it was singing. It was some music. It was a woman singing.
Oh, sorry, so sorry. It was another app. I have just a call, an answering call, and it was on WhatsApp. I was an answering call, so I just.
You're okay. You're okay.
So,
Um,
Shelley, you know that once I once said this song for phone calls, so I'm familiar with it.
Okay, but I didn't know that when you use another app, if there is a sound, it can be listened on Hello Talk. I did not know that.
I
So
know,
sorry.
I know. That's okay. It's okay. I was liking it. Now,
Um,
there's a common question in the chat, and maybe this would help everybody on stage. Um, I think it's what? Let me look at their name real quick. Wahyu from Indonesia says, I am learning English for 3 weeks, but I have a problem to find the words in English. Can you give me suggestions in my problem? So 3 weeks is a really short time to be learning English, but I think what you're saying is that you are having a problem remembering the words in English when you want to use them. Is that correct? Because that's a common problem with people learning English, that they can't seem to recall the words like they want to at the time they need them. Ladies on stage, does that happen with either of you? Sally or Ruby, do you have a problem remembering vocabulary when you want to speak English?
For me, I can say sometimes not remembering vocabulary, but sometimes I have problem on searching for words I won't say, and most of the time, when it arrives, I just go for my native language, try to think what I will say in my native language, and try to translate that. But that's not I think it's not a great way to learn. And I have got some advice when I'm talking or talking to someone. If I'm looking to say a word and I didn't have it in my mind, if it's a word I never used before, I can check on internet, or if I can have someone with whom I'm speaking. If it's a word I learned before, I can change. Instead of using the word I'm looking for, I just think, how can I say it in another way?
Mm, mm.
I don't know if I'm explain. For example, if I would like to say, what did you what do you like to eat? If I would like to ask someone, what do you like to eat? And instead of, I'm not remembering the verb to eat, for example, I can use another way to ask the question.
Well, this can be resolved if um, the people that I've met normally take the same approach to learning English as they did in school to learning any language. And I do not agree with that approach. So in school, you have to memorize many, many, many vocabulary words
Yeah, yeah.
and all of this. But in school, normally they only ask you to recognize the words on a test. So recognizing using, I'm seeing rabbits jump outside. It's so pretty. Um, so the way I would recommend for you as adult learners who already know one language, learning another language, is I would use them in dialogue. So use your words in a dialogue, meaning you can use ChatGPT as a slave to create a dialogue. You could tell ChatGPT, make me a dialogue between two people in a coffee shop using these words, and give it 5 or 10 words that you're practicing. And ChatGPT will make you a two-person dialogue between people in a
Mm,
coffee shop, and then you can act it with your language partner. It will flow like regular conversation. It will incorporate the words properly, and you will engage your acting ability when you're practicing with your partner, and then switch roles, play the other role. And what this does is it tricks your mind. And so your mind feels like you had an actual experience. So recalling an experience is a lot faster than recalling random words. So what you've had is normally a good experience because it's all scripted. You can't make a mistake. And you have a
mm-hmm,
good, positive experience that makes you feel more confident. And the next time you're in a coffee shop or talking about that topic, those words will come up right away because you've used them in a positive experience, probably 5 or 10 times if you practice a few times. Dialogue is a very effective way of connecting random things or various words to specific environments or topics or people, and that will trigger you the next time you have that same situation, right? So I think using
yeah.
dialogue for your vocabulary will will enhance your options when you're actually talking with someone. Mhm.
Mm.
Give it a try. Tell me right or wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm going to
Maybe I'm
try
just
it.
making it
I
up.
think you're right because in dialogue you're going to use words in different contexts. So by using these words, you're going to memorize them easily instead of just memorizing
Yeah,
word by word
you'll recall
without
them.
practicing. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I think it's a great way to. I'm going to try it with
You
my
should try
language
it,
partner.
and try it with your language partner. Don't try it by
Yeah,
yourself. Try it with your
no, with my
language
language
partner.
partner. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And the
I'm
same
helping
mhm.
her to learn French. I think I'm going to do it with English and French to help her.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
there you go. And also, if you have a bad experience in having a conversation with someone, then use that as your dialogue. So recreate the dialogue that you had that you wish you would have had better, and then alter your answers. So try to remember, they said this, I said that, they said this, I said that. Just like 6 or 8 lines, doesn't have to be long. And then change your answers. Modify, I wish I would have said this. Oh, I should have said that. And then practice the new dialogue with your friends. So again, if you encounter the same question or conversation, or even the person that you talked with, it will access a different file in your brain, and you'll be able to speak to that topic or that person better. Try it out, guys. It's smarter, not harder. You don't have to work hard. You have a job, you have your family, you have a lot of things you didn't have in
Yeah,
high school and college. You
they
know,
would.
it's
Yeah.
it's time to be smarter about it. Get smarter about it. Well,
So it
ladies,
can be a
it's been
helpful way to learn because
mhm,
you're just starting and like you using a game. Like learning by playing games can be a great way to learn too.
absolutely. You got to change it up, do different things. But for most people, I think they try harder because they try studying approaches that worked in college and in high school, and it's different. You got to try different, more practical, more application, more usage, different, different. And it makes sense because you don't have 4 or 5 hours a day. It's not realistic. When you have a career and a family or whatever, you have other things pressing you for time. So it's better to use more strategic, specific time and get better results. But ladies, it's been almost 3 hours since we've been live doing this VR. So I'm going to have to shut it down for now. But I will have time to do it again tomorrow, but not last this long. Because, well, maybe I can last this long. I don't know. I might be on the road by 7 o'clock tomorrow. I might be on the road by this time tomorrow. So either way, thank you for
Thank you
today.
so much, Jonathan, for your time and for opening this voice home. It was a
Of
great.
course. You're welcome. Now, those people who've been on stage, I sent most of you a little hand wave, which means you can message me directly if you have questions since we're off stage. Don't be shy about it. It's free and I can get back to you. And if you choose to follow me, you'll find out when we have these different voice rooms and live streams and we can get together. But thank you guys in the chat. Of course, ladies, thank you on stage. And Moneta, thank you for monitoring our chat and keeping it safe for everybody.
Thank
But
you, Jonathan.
au revoir, merci beaucoup.
Ah, au revoir. Ah, do you speak French too?
Non, non, petit à petit, le raso fait sonner.
Ooh la la. How to say it? Oh my God. I forgot how to say it in English. Little by no no no.
Yeah.
Now I'm translating. Little by little? No no. I don't think.
Little by little, the bird builds the nest. Yeah, it's
Ah
just
yeah yeah. Little by little about the doing business. Yeah, I learned it when I was a child. I forget.
that's funny. Okay, and Ruby, thank you so much. 谢谢.
拜拜，
Bye bye, 再见.
拜
拜
拜。
拜，再见。
Uh, see you guys. Okay, everybody, thank you for being here. I have to go, but hope to see you soon. Thank you, Moneta, and we'll talk to you guys later.